What's the vibe, my good smellers and room fillers? It's your boy Zebo. We back with another video. This video, I went into Ross, looking around, trying to see if I could find something, that was interesting. And I actually did run across a gift set section. In this gift set section, there were tons of Ralph Lauren and / Polo fragrances that were just everywhere. So I didn't necessarily want, the blue, the red, I think they had the blue, the red. I saw a black and they had a green. Wasn't interested in them. I do have the blue and the red OG Polo fragrances. And, I already got those, the originals, the OGs. So I just didn't want to tap into the new formulation. But as you can see from the thumbnail, your boy grabbed 2 gift sets. I grabbed Ralph's Club, Ralph Lauren, Eau de Toilette, the EDT. And this one ran me for $49.99. And as you can see, this is everything that comes inside the gift set. So you get you a 3.4, you get a 0.34 fluid ounce, and you get a deodorant. And that is in the EDT. I also grabbed the Ralph Lauren, Ralph's Club, EDP. And as you can see, it's the same setup. 3.4, 0.34, and the deodorant. And this is the Eau de Parfum, which we'll be jumping into that. Now, from this line, there is 5 fragrances, if I'm not mistaken. You have the EDT, you have the EDP, you have the Parfum, you have the Elixir, and New York. So your boy definitely will be tapping into all 5 of these fragrances from this line, because just from grabbing the EDT and the EDP, I'm loving this line so far. I want to see what all of them has to offer. Just from grabbing these 2 and having these 2 back to back, they are two different fragrances. It is like a style with these fragrances. The EDT, it is not like a watered down version of the EDP. Totally not. They both bump the same, very loud. Not in a sense of overwhelmingly or offensively, but you do acknowledge that they are there. Very beautiful smelling fragrances. This one is beautiful. It's nice, fresh, soapy, clean. It does have like more so spring, summer type of vibe, but you definitely can pull this off in fall and winter. And this is the reason why, because there is woody notes in this fragrance in its middle and base that gives it that foundational thickness where it can be worn in the cold. But in the beginning, you have your freshness, you're very aromatic, heavy on the lavender in the top. So it's light. It gives me a soapy kind of vibe, but it quickly transitioned into something else. Beautiful fragrance. I thought that it was hype behind it. I never really had any interest in grabbing, or else I've been, would have added this to my collection. But I saw it in Ross. The ticket on it was $49.99. You get the traveling atomizer, and you get a deodorant. Definitely had to grab that. I went online and looked. The bottles alone, the 3.4, 38 and up. So it's a steal to me in my eye. I definitely had to add it to my collection. And after I smelled that one, the EDT, I was like, man, this is beautiful. And I knew that I had saw the EDP. I immediately ran back and grabbed the EDP immediately. However, they weren't going anywhere. It was plenty of them there. It was like people were just walking past these for whatever reason. I grabbed my box and got up out of there. I just, I'm like, man, look, if the EDT is that good, smells that great, that fresh, and I will say the longevity on this is pretty much projection-wise, and this is for an EDT. Don't think because it's an EDT, it's soft, it's weak, it's not holding its own. It's definitely throwing punches. It's definitely throwing punches. And it projected pretty well for a good 3 to 4 hours where I consistently smelled it on me. It wasn't overbearing. It wasn't overpowering because that wasn't the design for this fragrance. This was more to be a classical fragrance. This is a gentleman's fragrance, a man's fragrance. This is one of those ones where you can dress up and dress down because it just has that profile where it's elegant, it's beautiful, it gives you that sleek, chic, stylish type of vibe to it. Beautiful fragrance. Definitely glad that I added it to my collection. After the 3 to 4 hours, which I would extend it to 4 hours. After that, it became a skin scent. However, it's not one of those skin scents where you basically have to be licking your arm to, get a smell. You can still smell that on your skin. Definitely smell that on your skin. So just imagine having you a very sufficient lotion type of scented lotion that gives off a nice smell. This projects off of your skin like a nice projecting lotion. But when it becomes that it dry down and become that skin scent, it's still working. It's working overtime. It's working. It's just not as strong as the EDP. Now, the EDP, in its opening, it has that same opening as the EDT. It does. Not gonna lie. At first, I thought when I sprayed it, I was like, damn, I could have just passed up on one of these because it's basically the same fragrance. Only thing, I might get a little more performance out of the EDP. Wrong. In the opening, it has a soapy kind of vibe, but it's not as aromatic as the EDT. It definitely has that little soapiness, but it quickly transitions into, more of the thickness and the foundation of this fragrance. Now, this one was a little bit difficult for me to actually find notes on. I couldn't find the notes on this fragrance. I just couldn't. I don't know if they on the box, but I definitely, because there's nothing on this box. So I couldn't find the notes on it. The ticket on this, same thing, $49.99. Same thing. And you know how they put their value on there, $140. But I've seen them on there, at higher end stores, pretty, higher than that. But again, you're getting the steal, you're getting the deodorant, and you're getting the travel atomizer. So I'm looking at it like this, man. It's definitely a steal. You're going to have that little small atomizer. You're not going to run out of this just quickly. You're not. And then you still got your backup bottle behind that. So, and then you got your deodorant, whatever, some people use it, some people don't. But Beautiful fragrance. Now, the projection on this lasted a good strong 5 hours. 5 hours on my skin. Could have been, the mixture of my skin and clothing because, I wore it on my skin and clothes. But for 5 hours, it was definitely there with me, performing, doing what it needed to do. After the 5 hour, it kind of rested a little bit closer to the skin and settled in some. But nonetheless, beautiful fragrance. Just like its brother, classic fragrance. Beautiful man type of fragrance. When I say man type of fragrance, I'm talking about man vibe. And you can dress this up, you can dress it down. And even if you dress it down, you just a classical smelling man dressed down, and it still smells expensive. It definitely does. Beautiful fragrances. I'm glad that I grabbed these and added them to my collection. I will be, on the hunt for, it's 3 more. And I passed up the Elixir at Burlington, weeks ago. Didn't even think about grabbing it. I just passed it up. I wasn't looking for it. I was looking for some Middle Eastern hype and blew it. So I don't even know if Burlington will come back with that. Might have to order it online, but I'm definitely going to try to get every single fragrance in this line because I want to see, how they all perform. And it's like from the EDT, a beautiful fragrance, the EDP was a step up. I'm not saying that it's better than the EDT because they both have their own different style to them, and you will be able to wear them for, different occasions or whatever, or however you want to wear them, because they are 2 different scents. They're 2 different fragrances, period. So I want to see what the other ones do as well and how they perform, but definitely bangers. And I'm not even a polo guy. I don't check for Ralph Lauren or polos or anything of that nature. I just told you I walked past the Elixir and didn't even look at it. Didn't even think about it. But I saw these. They were on sale. Gift sets. I'm thinking, give it a try. So I tried the EDT, came back, busted down, and was like, you know what? I'm not even finna let the EDP get away. Jumped right back in the vehicle, went right back out there and grabbed the EDP. So, beautiful fragrances. If you have the other 3 that I don't have, jump in the comments. Let me know what you think about them, what you get from them. Are they worth grabbing? Or am I wasting my money? Probably gonna grab them anyway. Once my mind is set on getting them, I pretty much go ahead and try to tap in with them. But I can't really see those being, losses with these 2 fragrances being as good as they are. If you sleep on these, better wake up. Better wake up. And you can go to Macy's or what is that? You can go to Macy's or Ultra, and you can test these. You can see if you vibe with these because they have testers out. You can spray them on, see how they smell, if you will be able to vibe with them or not, and see if they're worth grabbing. If it's something that you're interested in. But me personally, I'm loving them because I'm thinking I can wear these pretty much anywhere, anytime, any occasion. Beautiful fragrances. But look, thanks for watching. Continue to watch the channel. Like, comment, subscribe, share, the whole 9. Like I told y'all, I'm going to always be bringing fragrances to the channel. Some you may be familiar with, some you may not. My purpose and point is to try to bring you all fragrances that you're not aware of, or just have little knowledge about these fragrances so that you will have some type of understanding about these fragrances before you get to these stores and start, thinking, hey, this is a pretty good box. And the name is a Middle Eastern name that's been thrown around, and you'll have some type of idea about these fragrances. But look, I'm going to get up out of here. Thanks again for watching my channel. It's your boy Z-Bo. Peace.